Now, everybody's heard of convict conditioning, but nobody really gets why it works so damn good. See, in prison, a lot of the times we didn't really have a whole ton of time in order to get our workouts in, because you got to be able to get out on that yard and you got to be able to get off that yard. And a lot of times, the access to the things like the pull-up bars and all that kind of stuff, unless you're lucking out and you have a dorm that has some kind of like steps or stairs or railing or something that you can grab on to do pull-ups and things of that nature, you're out of luck. So the only thing you've got is a small window of time in order to be able to hit a lot of the different types of things that we'd like to hit when we're working out. Plus, don't forget, you also have a lot of guys who are trying to use that exact same equipment too at the same time. So you got to keep things moving. You can't just sit there and putz around and not get to it. You got to get after it. So fast-paced circuits, minimal rest, max effort, max sets, that's the bread and butter. You got to get it. And the crazy thing is that kind of style is what builds monsters. It just works. So today I'm breaking down the real secret to why these prison-style workouts get such amazing results, as well as build wind for days. It's crazy condition. So stick with me, and by the end of this video, you will know how you can apply this yourself in your own training, as well as why it is that this style of training gets better results than the traditional long steady state cardio that you're used to seeing. So you don't really have a lot of time in prison to be able to just dilly-dally with your sets and your workouts. So you want to be able to be very focused and really get after it and get on it. So you're going to be sitting there hitting max out sets, each set total max, which is going to immediately wind you, put that heart rate flying. Then you're going to either be walking real quick, a short distance and a short distance back to be able to get back to the equipment. That's your rest break, because that's the time you're going to be able to keep track. That's the way you'll be able to like keep track of your actual like rest break, is by the distance you walk and the distance you walk back. Or you're waiting in a line for another person to hit it, maybe another person to hit it, and then you're going. So the amount of time it takes for one person to just blitz out his push-ups, then the next person to blitz out his push-ups, and then now you're hitting it back, it's just a relentless pattern of bang, 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 bang. Minimal rest, maximum reps leads to maximum wind. You will get winded, and your endurance will build and build and build. 100% that works, which means your heart rate is staying jacked and your muscles are getting smoked. Now, science does actually back this kind of training up. Also, when you max out every set with minimal rest, your body enters this metabolic storm. Your heart rate spikes like cardio, but your muscles are still under load. That triggers something called EPOC, excess post-exercise oxygen consumption. Basically, you keep burning calories and improving endurance long after the workout ends. So even though we weren't running laps, our conditioning skyrocketed, and that's why prison-style workouts can get you ripped, tough, and conditioned at the same time. So how do you apply this to your own training? I'm going to give you 3 different possibilities here of things you guys. Option 1 will be to pick 4 to 6 different exercises. So think like push-ups, pull-ups, squats, sit-ups, dips, something of that nature. Pick those, and then you're going to do max reps for each set of these with a quick brisk walk in between. So that's one style. Think Big John style of training. If you're not sure, you haven't seen the Big John episode, I'll have it linked up here so you could check out that. His prison partial reps, man, was a beast. So that's option number 1. Option 2 is to do that same style, except up the ante a little bit and add weight. Now, only add weight if you're already able to get above 20 reps on the body weight style of that same circuit. If you're not able to do over 20 reps, then stay the course until you get to where you can do 20 reps with that style of workout. And then once you can get above 20 reps, add weight, and add an amount of weight that will keep your reps around like 12 to 20 reps. So 12 to 20 reps is going to be like your sweet spot. As soon as you're able to get beyond 20 reps, then add weight again, so you're back down around 12, and then build your way back up to where you get to around 20, because you're wanting to keep this with like a higher rep range, not your like 1 to 10. This is higher rep range because you're training a different style of training when you're doing this. And that weight is going to be max. You are like burnt at, let's say, 15 reps for that first set. And then when it gets back to that same exercise again, you will be burnt at whatever it is that you can maximally get with that new weight that you've added, that's somewhere between 12 and 20 reps. That's the key. Same style of thing, same circuit, but just with adding the weight and keeping you in that range. Now for option 3, and before you guys say,
Lucky man, you said every single set to max.
There's really no rules to this. I'm just giving you guys what I've seen and what I know 100% works to build conditioning in this video right here. And Vinny from the Feds training method, I'll have a link to the video over here where I do an in-depth into it. It is a different style than what I've just explained with Big John's method, but it will totally build your wind, because what you're doing is you're doing, for example, it's like a 2-day split really, and then the third day is supposed to be off, but the third day is still like core, so it's not really off, and then it's kind of like repeat the first 2 days over and over again. But so you just get like a gist of it. We'll do the first day, upper body day. You're going to do like 3 pull-ups, 5 dips, 3 feet elevated push-ups. Full reps, and you're walking from one station to the next station like immediately. So as soon as you drop down from doing those pull-ups, you're taking a couple of steps, bam, you're doing the dips, you take a couple of steps, throw your feet up, you do the push-ups, and you're straight back to the pull-ups. Bang, 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 and no stop. You just keep going, keep going, keep going, keep going. 4, start out with, let's say, 10 sets of this. Once you can get 10 sets, you'll move up to like 15 sets. Once you can get to 15 sets of it, you move up to like 20 sets, and you keep progressing like that. And then, like I said, I've got the video linked, but Vinny's workout method with that 100% will build wind. If you do not believe me, do that circuit, no rest, no break, for 10 consecutive rounds. See if it wins you. That's how it does it. That's how we got these results in the prison system. These types of workouts built that cardio that the prisoners are known for. The muscle strength, the cardio, and that endurance. All right, so give these 3 a try, and you will be building wind like you will not believe. You'll be losing body fat, getting into like next level cardio type shape. Without the treadmill, without the long runs, without all that long distance type stuff. I mean, we weren't doing it, and the dudes in prison got like wind for days. All right, so in fact, I'm just gonna make it easy for you guys. So here are both of those 2 videos I was talking about. So you can just click either one you want. Nice, quick, easy. I like to make it easy. And with that said, peace, love, joy, prosperity, all that good stuff. I'm gonna see you in the next one.